What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the land of Reckless Logic. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack the notification bell so do not miss any of my posts from me. Let's get straight into this video. Alrighty, y'all. So with that being said, let's get straight into this video. Now, I want to say this. First off, you guys already know why we're here. You can tell by the title of the video. But however, the reason why this video was not released yesterday is because my mouth was hurting. I had dental work. My mouth was on fire. I was in pain, and I kind of decided, and I made the executive decision not to do video. But however, I'm feeling 20 times better today, so I'm going to do this video. And also as well, I will be doing a review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm gonna try to get that video out by tomorrow. All right, but however, with that being said, let me put my banner up and let's get straight into it. Yes, ma'am. Get myself together. What's going on, Caramel? All right, so the episode starts off. So we starting off from the house meeting like last week. They starting off where they left off, which is them with Crystal Ball, aka Milan, and Neo Soul, aka I'm about to say Really Be Carry On over there going beat-bopping over here, fighting each other left and right. They're going back and forth. They fighting. And then, just about the fights get separated. Be quite honest, Milan, Cristobal took the W, but it really wasn't a W, but he took the W. And be quite honest, I'm kind of like with the rest of the house. The rest of the house is kind of over. They over it. They over the BS. They over to them and they're fighting. Got me sweating. All right, so Carmax and Neo Soul, they go and they talk outside. Because like I said, after the fight, they were separated. Neo Soul and Carmax, they go talk outside. Basically, Neo Soul's in his confessional lets me know that he's playing this Joker role and he's doing this whole thing when it comes to mind games. Now, I think I'm going to put a pin in that because I will talk about that a little bit later, about him and his mind games and him playing this Joker role. But he does a little bit too much of this to be doing I guess trying to play it off like he's doing mind games and stuff. Now, he may have a tactic, but however, the way that it's looking is not looking too well for him. Just saying. So, yeah. So, just while they talk about what happened outside, Neo Soul and Carmax, a.k.a. Relly lets it be known that Milan took the W. He gave you a fair one. He took the W. What happens now? Are you guys going to move on? What's the next thing? So that's just about what they're talking about. And Neo also says in his confession that he feels like both sides are full of shit. Now, the reason why he says that is because he felt like with the straight guys, they were swinging on him, trying to put a label on him. And however, the gay side, a.k.a. Crystal Ball, Miss BBL herself, did the exact same thing. So I was like, okay, I guess. So Carmax says his confession says, whenever Neo Soul feels attacked, this is what he noticed. Oh, yes. Is that whenever Neo Soul feels attacked, he goes in the corner and screams, which is what I agree with. Every single time Neo Soul gets into a situation where he just might have to defend himself physically, he doesn't really carry that out, and he kind of goes into this defense wounded type of mentality area. I really don't know the best way to explain it, but however, I do agree. Now, do I think he's a fighter? I don't think he's a fighter. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So while all of this is happening, now we're going to go back inside the house. So now we're back inside the house. Mr. Lil Prodigucci with the shades, a.k.a. Mr. Anthony, just about says that he tried to understand Neo Soul. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. When it comes down to Mr. Lil Prodigucci with the shades, I'm going to be honest with y'all. On the show, I'm not really a big fan of Anthony, but off the show, like me watching his IG lives, I really do like Anthony. Now, I will say this. The issue is that I felt like, for show purposes, is the end of the show, I felt like if people would have spoke up more, I would say in defense of Carry On, Neo Soul, it probably would have diluted the situation. Because I feel like the whole thing is that whenever they go in their separate little groups, everybody gives their opinion on, said situation. Oh, you wasn't wrong. Oh, I felt like this. Oh, you felt like that. We have a similarity because we both feel the same way. But then when everybody gets in the group setting, the people that was once over here saying A, B, C, D, they're over here saying X, Y, and Z. That's the issue. So I feel, from show purposes, felt like he was in defense mode because now, bitch, y'all all just saying this. Now all of a sudden, when we all come into group setting, y'all not singing that same tune. Bitch, at first you hoes over there speaking goddamn English. Now all of a sudden you speaking Portuguese. What's the tea? And I'm kind of here with them. Now I will say this. Let me say this. Disclaimer. I'm going to say that from watching Anthony's lives, he does disclose, and of course I already know this, but they did speak up. They did speak up, and they actually did speak their piece. Now, how much of their piece that was actually spoken, I don't know. But however, I will be getting back into Mr. Lil Prodigucci with the shades. Give me 1 second. All right, so yeah, so Cristobal, DMV, and Gatekeeper. By the way, that's Milan, Curtis. Curtis is DMV, and Gatekeeper is Moolah. They come downstairs. So I'm assuming they got Milan and his BBL calmed down, and so they come downstairs. Now, Gatekeeper decides that he want to put his big boy pants on. He feels like everything that they're going through is stupid. They need to grow up, get past it. All these different types of things. If y'all over here fighting and then over here talking about the next person, y'all need to get over it. Y'all are grown men, etc. So I was like, okay, Martin Luther King, I guess, because my thing is that, baby, when it was your turn, you didn't want to do all that. But I guess everybody got their time, I guess. All right, so where was I? Because, girl, this is a lot of notes. Okay, yeah, so the house is still annoyed. Now, Neo Soul, okay, so now we're going back outside. It was a lot of transition in this goddamn episode. So Neo Soul and Carmax are still outside talking. Gatekeeper goes outside to bring them back into the house. I was like, okay, come on. He'll be putting his dick on the table. Yes, ma'am. All right, so when everybody comes back into the house, back into the living room, they continue the house meeting. Carmax tries to mediate the tension, as in bring the tension down, as in trying to get both of them to get to some sort of agreement, or at least apologize for, I guess, to really squash their beef, because in his eyes it's very stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It's not really adding up. It's like 2 + 2 = 7. It's not making any sense logically in his head. Now Neo Soul laughs. And so when he laughed, Carmax was like, what's so funny? And he was like, I'm laughing because that wasn't a real fight. Now, here's the thing. Neo Soul, a.k.a. Carry On. I love you dearly. But here's the thing. I understand the whole thing of you may not be a fighter, or you playing mind games and all the different types of things. But here's the thing. The only way that will work if you were actually a fighter, as in people were like the same thing Vincent said. Like, if you were going out to, like, if you were like going to sleep and stuff, and people was like scared of you, then like, playing the mind games would be kind of a thing. But however, people have been beating you up left and right, or attacking you left and right, and you haven't done anything. So people kind of expect you not to do anything. So I'm gonna explain that a little bit more, because he said something. I was like, girl, I don't know what the heck was going on. All right, so so Neo Soul is stuck on the last night, but not 2 minutes ago. He keep making excuses. What I mean by that is that he keeps talking about, because they asked him, I said, give your input. He kept talking about, well, he snuck me last night, blah, 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 blah. And I want him to agree with that. Be mad. Be in your fifis. Understand your feelings. Be in touch with your emotional side. But however, let's also be in touch with the logical side. The logical side is that he most definitely gave you a fair one 2 minutes ago. And keep in mind, you ran up on him. And I'm going to continue to say it, because I say this every single time we talk about this. If anything, swing first. Carry on. You have a lot of weight and muscle mass on you. Even if you swing first, miss, or you swing first and knock the hell out of him, or even if you swing first, get a good one in, and then you proceed to get your ass whooped, it's better than what the hell have been going on in this house. So swing first, because that seems to always be the reason why you always seem to be taking these L's for the most part, because I do believe you can at least throw a little something, but they get you from the first punch. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, so Gates decides to put his penis on the table because he feels like at this point he has to help Carmax mediate the tension in the room. So he's like, y'all doing too much, all that yada yada. He's like on his soapbox going off. But then I was like, Arr! I had stopped for a second because he was like, oh, there's too much hate in the world. Arr! Let's go in a time capsule. Sir, weren't you the one trying to doing all this hate speech or this underlying homophobic speech not too long ago? I understand you want to be Martin Luther King and you had a dream, but however, the thing is right now, bitches are over here acting like Malcolm X. So right now, I understand right message, wrong messenger. Just saying. Because I was like, weren't you not too long ago just saying all these different types of things about the gays and all these different types of things, and you don't want them in your room? And right message, wrong girl. All right, so Gatekeeper says in his confessional is just about he wants to calm stuff down because they have a hit record. And so a big giant question mark was on top of my head because I didn't understand where the hit record came from. Now, is the song good? Probably depending upon the ear. Is the song catchy? Yes, at least for me. I don't know if it's just catchy because it's catchy or it's catchy because we always watch the show. So that's the theme song of the show. But I don't care what it is, but catchy, yes. Hit song, no, I don't think so. And keep in mind, I haven't even heard the full song. So maybe if I hear the full song, I might get a chance to even try to think or see what he was talking about. But right now, I wasn't singing it. Thank God, y'all not no producers. All right, it says Carmax continues to try to get both of them to apologize to squash their beef. So Crystal Ball, aka Milan, his BBL, apologizes. But here's the thing with his apology, because he gave like a backhanded apology and he was doing like this manipulative shit I was not messing with. Hey Oz. His apology went something like this. Pay attention. I want to apologize. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to make this happen. But, and then the next following sentence was, there are no buts, but, and everything else is just bullshit after that. Now, I'm gonna say this. I said this before. It's nothing wrong with Milan feeling the way that he feels at all. As in feeling like at one point in time you had this person back, or feeling like one point in time, you had this person back and they disrespected you. Now, that will only be valid if that was the case. But that wasn't the case. The case is that you were the one being microaggressive. You were the one being disrespectful. And then Carry On was the one that reciprocated your energy and gave back what you put out there. That's what really happened. And so I'm sorry. I don't know if everybody wasn't paying attention to what was going on or picking up what was going on. For me, I never would have let Milan slide with that. I'm like, Milan, no. You have to admit you was talking to him crazy first. I think, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. I feel like if people would have stepped in and actually would have called it for what it was, it would have brought the situation down. Because even when Carry On was, come on, I'm saying their real names. Come on, Neo Soul. Even when Neo Soul was going out and Rick Talk went later on to talk to Carmax, aka Relly B, Darrell, he even kept saying that he was being manipulative because he wasn't 100% being honest about what happened. And that was the thing. He was not being honest. And I 100% agree. And that was the reason why, even after the fight, despite he got beat up too still, or I don't want to say beat up because, girl, the fight wasn't really nothing. He lost or whatever. He was still on 10 because at the end of the day, you want us to give apologies for one. In his mind, Carry On's mind, I don't owe him no apology. Now, I will say this. Now, because Carry On did allege, I'm gonna be careful with my words, you ain't gonna get no lawsuit on me, did allege that Milan, aka Crystal Ball, and his BBL allegedly was touching on him behind the scenes. Do I believe that or not? I don't know. Is it possible? Yes. Is it possible that it didn't happen? Yes. So I don't know about that. But however, if that is a lie and Carry On pulled that out of his asshole, then yes, Carry On needs to give Mulan Crystal Ball and his BBL an apology. I gotta make sure I put that out there because dirt. Alrighty, so where was I? Because girl, this is a lot of notes, girl. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, then he also said that reason why he got mad, said that he liked Neo Soul, but he came for him out of nowhere. Once again, you're not admitting that you were the one that started it. Now, here's the thing, because I don't know if you guys even see my last review, but I'm gonna say it here again. Here's the thing: the information, the theory I gathered from the altercation between Neo Soul and Crystal Ball and his BBL, I gathered that whenever Crystal Ball Milan is under pressure, or he may be like under some type of circumstance, he kind of freaks out. And in the midst of him freaking out, he may talk to people crazy, even though he may not 100% mean it to its core. He may talk to people crazy, may say stuff that he may not be mindful of. And that's exactly what was going on during that whole situation. All right, so where was I? Because girl, this thing keep fucking going. Oh, here we go. Because girl, and then he said he didn't mean to ruin the fashion show. That's another lie. Reason being is because even last episode, Mr. Gatekeeper, aka Moolah, let it be known that ride was 45 minutes. You mean to tell me you couldn't calm yourself down for 45 minutes? I highly doubt it. And then on top of that, which means that even if that was the point, even if that was the case, it was premeditated. Because even when you was getting off the bus, you was trying to get off the bus. Because here's the thing, because even when you got off the bus, Crystal Ball, it wasn't like you got off the bus and you just so happened to see him, and then you just reacted. It was like you got there, you was trying to hurry up and get off the bus because you already seen him, and then they told you to sit back down, so you sat back down, and then not only that, and then when it's time for y'all to get off, then that's when you took your opportunity, which means that you already saw him. It wasn't like you saw him then reacted. Girl, it's the mind games to me. So Mr. Lil Prodigucci with the shades accepts and others accepts his apology. Now here's the thing. But here's the thing when it comes down to them accepting his apology. Now, reason why I was like confused and like a question mark was on the top of my head is because his apology wasn't sincere. Because when you actually like when you actually break stuff down and actually think about everything he said, and then match that up with his actions, he's lying. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was flabbergasted. Like them white hoes when they was first getting their ass beat. Like, I wasn't here for it. I was flabbergasted. I was not here for it. I was flabbergasted like Curtis and goddamn freaking Moolah when they got them pocket pussies. I was not here. I was just shocked because I'm like, you just said all of that and they're gonna accept that apology and no one questioned it. And then on top they're gonna be like, oh, you know, when you apologize and stuff like that, that makes you a real man, but you have to be sincere about it, baby. That's the thing about it. But I guess I digress. Everybody said different things. So Neo Soul, and he ain't trying to hear that, and I 100% agree. I ain't trying to hear none of that either, because baby, you for one, you gaslighting. You gaslighting because now it's time for you to take ownership of what happened. You're still not reciting. Come on, vocabulary reciting. You're still not reciting, because keep in mind, I'm over here lacking sleep, baby. Baby, I'm tired as hell. You're over here not reciting the series of events in proper order and context. You're still trying to save face instead of realizing that, bitch, you were wrong. And I may have been wrong for the way I may have reacted, as if allegedly, if that what I said was a lie about you trying to touch me inappropriately off camera. If that was a lie, then yes, then I was wrong. But however, if that's not the case, I wasn't wrong in the way I reacted, because bitch, you was talking to me crazy. And keep in mind, I was talking to you very politely. I actually uplifted you in that studio session. But now when we get here, it's time to apologize. All of a sudden, I just felt some type of way, because I just felt like, I stepped in for somebody and I actually liked them and they just came out of me crazy out of nowhere. Bitch, it wasn't out of nowhere. Bitch, you started it. Girl, these heifers here, bitches be lying. Oh, lie. I don't know what make you lie. All right, so yeah, he ain't trying to hear that. I'm right along with him, bitch. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, especially since I got beat up. Well, I done took an L because I already don't call it a beat up, but I guess. But he did punch back one or two times in this one. I was like, okay, you got a little something in. Now the house is over it. Skittles asked about Cristobal's gift. Now keep in mind, Cristobal's gift is just about him giving out pocket pussies, bodissies, and dildos. That's just about what he's given. All right, so Carmax goes to talk to Neo Soul separately. Carmax in his confessional says that Neo Soul, I'm paraphrasing y'all, Neo Soul is scary, but he runs his mouth a lot. And I do agree. If you're not a fighter, stop trying to put on this front like you a fighter. Stop trying to run your mouth like you're a fighter. Now, defend yourself, something different. But however, you do a lot of this, and in the end, I understand that, you know, you may have your own tactics of self-defense, but however, in the end, on camera, you look goofy. And I live for you, Carry On, but you look goofy doing that. So now we in Neo. I'm assuming this is Neo Soul's room. Now, the first thing that popped in my head when I seen this room, I was like, this is most definitely not the same lighting that I seen when Carry On and Miss Gutter K Skittles first met, because at first it was given like fluorescent lights and it was given like the white lights. Then over here it was given like a pissy yellow type of thing. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, girl. All right, so yeah. So Carmax lets it be known that he feels like that in order for them to move forward, him and BBL, he needs to stop being so antagonistic. Girl, I'm lacking sleep. Yes, ma'am. And so Neo Soul still continues to give excuses about the fight, but however, what's the bitch name? Carmax stops and says, excuse me, I understand you probably felt like, you know, giving excuses for all these different types of things, because I understand some L's may be hard to take, but however, let's be very clear. He gave you a fair one, which I do agree. This time he did give him a fair one. And then not only that, bitch, you ran up on him. And then he keeps talking about this whole thing about mind games. Now, I will say this. The whole mind games thing, because he did say that he felt like he did the proper thing when it came down to playing mind games, only because the simple fact of, even when you have a person and they punch you in the mouth and you run up and you don't do nothing, they still have to have their guard up, because when they go to sleep, they don't know when you're gonna attack. Now, that would be perfect. But however, remember what I said earlier? The thing is with you, Carry On, is that people don't look at you as a threat. They don't look at you as a person that's going to even retaliate, because you have proved that time and time again, or at least in that particular situation with Moolah, that you're not going to do anything. Which is the reason why Cristobal felt comfortable enough to even treat you the way that he did. Because keep in mind, as we see later on in this episode, if it was anybody else, that energy, it got deflated right out his ass cheeks. So, where was I? Yeah, so the whole thing of talking about, right psychology, yes, I get it. They will feel kind of like on guard because they don't know when you're finna come, but that only really works with a bitch that's people know that's gonna do something or always gonna get their get back. That's the only time that will actually really work. So I get it, but you kind of got some loopholes in there. Just saying. All right. So with that being said, okay. So now we back in the living room. Cristobal presents his pocket pussies, his bodissies, and his dildos. Bitch, at this point, the straight men are flabbergasted. They're flabbergasted, but however, DMV's aka Curtis' reaction is a key to me. Reason being is because I've slowly gotten the chance, even though Conscious he 100% disagrees. I've gotten to a point to where I've gotten to like Curtis, or get to like Curtis. Reason being is because I feel like he's starting to come more into his authentic self and not doing this whole thing of following the damn leader. So I felt like we're starting to see more authentic Curtis. Yes, he still may feel a little bit uncomfortable about certain things, which is why his response was as in, oh, this is a pocket pussy. I get real in real life. Like, stuff like that. Straight men, they be still having their guard up. Like, I get it. But I'm starting to see he's starting to get real comfortable, which is good. So now after that, we just about go from over here. We go back to Neo Soul's room. Now in Neo Soul room, Neo Soul basically said that Crystal Ball is manipulating the situation, which I 100% agree. He's not being 100% honest about what happened, and keep in mind he's using the whole thing of people either are not picking up exactly what happened, or they don't know all the details of it to his advantage. I 100% agree. Neo Soul, and I'm not gonna lie, Neo Soul was funny. Carry On was funny when he started reading this shit as a key to me. When he'd be like, "Oh, he over got his booty clay." He's talking about his moldings of his. That shit was a key, bitch. Carmax just about says Neo Soul runs his mouth but doesn't back it up enough or at all, which I'm 100% agree. If you go run your mouth, or at least to the expense, or to the now here's the thing. I get that whole statement of he runs his mouth, but he doesn't back it up. But here's the thing. Every single situation that he's kind of been in so far, everybody else done started it with him. So yes, I agree that he doesn't run his mouth like he runs his mouth and he doesn't really back it up. But I can 100% go behind that situation only if he was the one actually starting the situation like head on, as in I'm fucking with people and I'm just getting my ass beat out here. So I don't know. I'm kind of like, 75, 25, because he should be backing it up. Because even then, I'm talking your ears off. I'm bored. Because even then, he has opportunities to walk away, especially knowing you're not a fighter, but he still decides not to take those routes. So I'm 75. I'll do 80-20 with that statement. All right, so girl, my fucking mouth. Yeah, so Neo Soul once again talked about him in his confession, talking about the psychology, because people don't know when they're going to be able to attack. I already just talked about that, girl. It has to be that only works for a bitch that they know is actually going to attack. But the thing is, with you don't attack. So Carmax asked Neo Soul about the gift that Milan, aka Crystal Ball, brought. Neo Soul once again was funny with his reads. He said he's out here passing out dick and passing out that donkey and some ass, and he says that everybody down there finna get a carbon copy of some super sloppy. Bitch, I lost it. But after that whole situation, they was done. I really did like that Carry On and Carmax Darrell was actually having that conversation, because Darrell was actually able to get some more clarity, or at least more clarity on the situation of why Carry On felt the way that he did. Now, he may not 100% agreed on everything, but I felt like somebody should at least been able to at least hear him out. So I'll give him that. So later on that day, now I'm assuming it's later on that day, because I could have sworn when Milan said everything was done, he said, I'll see y'all in the morning. The next scene we seen them. So I'm assuming it's later on that day. Later on that day, Zeus, the producers are just about presents the replacements. Basically let it all be known that, bitch, you hoes are going to get a replacement in 2.5 seconds. It was like, okay, cool. So this is about the house is on edge. They're on edge because they don't know what this person's going to give. They don't know it's going to be good energy, bad energy. They don't know. But however, it's revealed that Jonathan Wright is going to be the replacement that's going to enter the home. Now, he is from Dallas, Texas. I forgot how old he is. He's probably like 20-something. But he's from Dallas, Texas. He's 20-something years old. I forgot exactly. He's a well-known celebrity hairstylist. He has done the hair of Megan Thee Stallion, Little Kim, Nicki Minaj, top-tier girls. So he's well-known. Now, Jonathan also has a history of fighting bitches left and right. And even from the trailer, he's fighting bitches left and right. So his nickname I'm giving him is Jonathan Wright Knuckle Sandwich. He's 23. Okay, yes, ma'am. Come on, 23. Yes, come through. I'm here for it, because I most definitely forgot. Did not put that in my notes. But yeah, my nickname I'm giving Jonathan, because he got them hands left and right. I'm giving him Jonathan Wright Knuckle Sandwich, bitch, because the way he was giving them knuckle sandwiches, baby, it was something serious. So Jonathan, the house is shocked to see Jonathan. Now, Neo Soul is to see Jonathan. Neo Soul is happy. He's feeling. He's like, oh, somebody from Texas. I already know what he's gonna give, and yada yada yada. He's doing all of this. I was like, okay, you better be happy, girl, because the way that he was acting, I kind of assumed that he probably knew him, something like had some type of dealings with him. But however, I found out later on he don't really know the bitch like that. So I was like, okay, girl, whatever. But however, it is what it is. Now from IG, I did find out that him, Jonathan Knuckle Sandwich. Right Knuckle Sandwich and Miss Lou Prada Gucci with the shades, bitch. They really are friends in real life. They really are friends in real life. Now, damn, what the hell? Damn, I got a lot of notes, girl. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, so Neo Soul was happy to see Jonathan, and he just about gets warmed up. He's trying to get warmed up to the rest of the house. He introduced himself to a lot of people. Now Jonathan wants to find his room. No, girl, this we finna get to some stuff. Oh, girl, we finna get to some stuff, girl. So so Crystal Ball, his confession says that he doesn't want Jonathan in his room. Carmax just about says that no one is sleeping in his room. I was like, ooh, come on, territorial. But however, when Jonathan goes upstairs, he goes looking around and he's on his shoplifting. He out here shopping for rooms and shit, bitch. He lets me know that he wants Crystal Ball's room. And I was like, oh. I was like, this is good for TV. Yes, ma'am. But let me also say this too, because I did notice this. Twilight in his confession says Crystal Ball about to whoop that fat bitch. Here's the thing. Because keep in mind, they was in the kitchen too. So I kind of skipped over some of the stuff because girl, some of the shit didn't matter to me. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The whole thing about I really tried to give Dylan Twilight a chance, but the thing I was screaming throughout this episode was, why the fuck are you here? Why are you here? Leave this TV screen right now. That's basically what I was screaming. Now, the reason why I was screaming that is because, for one, you're not giving what's supposed to be gave. And then on top of that, you're not being 100% true to who you really are. Well, even if you are being 100% true to who you are, it's not matching. They're not in sync. Like, when you first got here, you was a bad bitch. You was a bad bitch. Then when you got your ass beat, you went back to being a white hoe. And then not only that, now you're in the house. Your behavior is still a white hoe, but you're in the confessionals acting like a bad bitch. I need for you to get it together. Now, the reason why, and then on top of that, the reason why I was like, girl, he has to go, because even when Jonathan got in the house, he's not even up to date of what's going on or who these people are. And I understand you're not gonna know everybody, but the whole thing, if you know Jonathan or something about Jonathan, you will know that this bitch has been fighting all her damn life. And you really think that Milan is gonna even stand a chance against this bitch over here? Like, girl, get him out, bitch. Kick him. He's out of the goddamn picnic. No, he has to go. Exit stage left. You have to go. I was so over him. And then on top of that, you be talking all this crap and wait till Milan, because you know that bitch love camera time, so you know he gonna check you. Wait till Milan or Jonathan hear about any of the stuff you say, because you said stuff about Milan too. They gonna check you, and my thing is you still gonna have that same energy, girl. I'm just saying. So Jonathan, what was all these things? Okay, Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich in his confessional lets it be known that he wants the master room too. TOO. So now at this point, we're going to Crystal Ball's room. Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich walks in the room and lets Crystal Ball know that this is their room. Crystal Ball said if they having sex, if they having intercourse, if you giving up that bussy and all these different types of other things, then yeah. But if not, you ain't getting up in here. But however, just keep in mind too, I'm putting a little spice on it. He ain't say it like that. He's trying to keep it very calm. He's not trying to get knocked. So I was like, okay, cool. I understand. So they kind of go back and forth calmly, even though it's kind of shady, and like it's kind of like you have two but they use alpha males kind of trying to see who's going to be the top alpha male, but I think we kind of already know how that ended up. Just saying. So Carmax and Mr. Lil Party Gucci in the shade is in the middle with their popcorn. So they in the room watching all this go down. Now keep in mind too, people was going up in arms about Jonathan socks, girl. I don't know what the hell he was doing before he put them shoes on, but girl, them socks there. Bitch, I thought he was, bitch, by the way them socks look, I could have sworn he was down them cutting grass and he got them socks, bitch. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. All right, so at this point, now we're in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen. Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich wants to get caught up and he wants to meet, the cast, hear about them, ask them questions, getting he like, y'all hoes a little bit too quiet. What's been going on? I was like, yes, ma'am. I said, come on with your good energy. So Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich just about says he gives good vibes. It's no lame-ish. I gotta stop cussing. I'm trying to get monetized. No lame-ish. But however, don't make him have to knock you. I was like, okay. I said, come on, knock. Gonna knock you upside the head. Yes, ma'am. So Right Knuckle Sandwich asks who is the leader. Now they all denied that there is a leader, but however, Miss Gutter K, I believe it was Gutter K, Miss Skittles basically said that Milan is the leader, or it was something along them lines. They all denied. Right Knuckle Sandwich decides to say that it looks like Crystal Ball and his BBL is the leader because he has the master room and nobody's up in there. Now here's the thing. Hold up, y'all. Water break. Girl. Hold up, y'all. My mouth is dry. Oh, dry. Oh, girl, I had to get some lubrication. It's been a little minute. Sorry, not lady like. All right, so yeah. So here's the thing. When I tell you this whole scene right here, Milan Crystal Ball completely defecated on himself. Baby, when I tell you, like it was like an extreme switch. It went from I'm the alpha, I'm gonna fight, because keep in mind he was trying to fight Andrew Carwell and doing all the different types of other things, and you was doing all this type of other things to make sure that you was the alpha, as in you were the one giving out messages to the group, you was the leader, you was this, you was that. But yet when Right Knuckle Sandwich decides to come into the room, he couldn't even look this man in his eyes. I was like, oh, I said, come on, confirmation. You gave a confirmation to everything I've been saying, because I seen right through it. So basically, hold on, damn. All this thing knows. I said, come on. Okay, there we go. Crystal Ball denies being the leader of the pack. Well, we already know the reason why. So Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich in his confessional, he just about clocks it. He says that Crystal Ball wants to be the leader until I showed up. I was like, come on, yes, ma'am. So the cast continue to catch Right Knuckle Sandwich on the drama, as to what's going on, who's who been having issues, who done fought, and who done got beat up already. I was like, okay, yes, ma'am. But however, Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich directs his energy towards Gatekeeper. Now, through their little exchange, we find out that Gatekeeper and Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich already know each other. They knew each other prior, because apparently Right Knuckle Sandwich was supposed to have an interview with Moolah Mo, aka Gatekeeper. But however, he stunted on that interview. I was like, oh, come on, I said, come on, stunt, baby, yes. I said, come on, that better be bad for business. I know that's right. And so Moolah wasn't feeling it. And I was like, I can agree with that, because bitch, if you supposed to be on the interview and last thing I heard from you was supposed to be there, and I ain't getting no word from you, I'm not gonna be over here. Oh my God, girl, I'll see you from afar. So they have the whole little thing, and then so what I noticed is that the way I viewed all of this as Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich was coming into the room, into the area, sniffing stuff out. He was sniffing stuff out, and he was also standing his ground, but at the same time providing pushback to all the boys in the house. It was slight, but to all the men in the house, which is the reason why he called out Gatekeeper, as in saying, what's your energy? You sitting there looking all back, because yeah, it was you could say it was friendly or was not meant to do anything, but however, he was letting it be known, I'm addressing all y'all. What's your tea? What's your bop? And also too, when because he, for the longest, he wanted to know what Kurt Franklin's son was, and when Neo Soul let it be known, I do have a name, he was like, Kurt Franklin's son. I was like, oh, I was like, come on. I said, come on with it. So And here's the thing too. So they end up having a conversation, Gatekeeper ended up explaining why him and Carry-On got into it. And so here was my little difference, my little thing. The thing I had was that when everything came down to the forefront, when they talked about the situation this particular time, Jonathan Right Knuckle Sam said the exact same thing that Carry-On did, and he 100% agreed with what Carry-On said, as in, bitch, I'm Jonathan, bitch, I'm Carry-On, bitch, I'm Gutter K. And so, but the thing is, the response was different. The response was different. Yes, I understand that Carry-On is probably more suspicious because they can't figure out what his sexual orientation is. But however, he was giving off that same energy, like, bitch, I'm not answering no questions from nobody, bitch, I'm Jonathan. So, you know, it was just like, okay, all right. So at this point, Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich directs his energy right back to Crystal Ball as a saying, okay, I forget all the other stuff. It was nice talking to all you hoes, but however, back to you over here. Let's figure out this whole room situation. Baby, when I tell you he was on Christopher Milan ass, and this bitch could not look this man in the face. He could not look him in the face. So Cristobal explains the whole room situation. So basically, in a nutshell, they end up fighting for the room. Now, allegedly, now keep in mind, Anthony, Mr. Lil Gucci with the shades, and Cristobal and his BBL were going back and forth. Well, one of the people going back and forth on Instagram Live. Well, Instagram. So allegedly, from what Mr. Lil Gucci with the shades said, basically he said that the reason why Milan and his BBL got the master room is because he threatened Zeus that he would leave if he didn't get that room. Now, on camera, of course, they didn't play it like that. They had to fight for it. They had to scuffle for it. There wasn't no fight, no scuffle. But they had to, you know, sword fight for it. I don't know. So, yeah, so they calmly go back and forth about the room, and tension is rising. Tension is rising because it's so calm, but at the same time, you can feel the tension because it's like you can just about feel the spiciness, bitch. They had some cayenne, Cajun pepper, bitch. They had goddamn fucking jalapenos. It was so silent, but yet it was spicy. I was here for it. And so Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich basically said in his mouth, I'm trying to keep this calm, cool, and collected. Bitch, I lost it. I lost it because reason why I lost it because that's a threat. That's a threat. I'm trying to keep it calm, cool, collected. Now, I will say this is that if I was in that situation, I really wouldn't care if somebody was in my room. Like if I had to share a room, especially since, to my understanding, I could be wrong, but to my understanding, it was nobody else. Like it was no other rooms available. Like everybody else was in a room. Everybody else was sharing a room. So it made no sense for me to not want somebody else in my room and all those different types of other things. Now, if he was a thief or not, that probably changed up, but you should have just addressed it, been honest about it. But I understand some things you probably didn't want to address because you didn't want to put them same socks across your forehead. I get it. I want to understand. So Neo Soul is getting his life the most, but the rest of the cast is too. Neo Soul is getting his life because he's talking about this is the perfect person y'all brought in to see that, you know, if I black out, if I blacked out, I'm gonna have to do that too. And I'm like, I said, please calm down, stop sign, proceed with caution. Please sit down, sit your ass over there. Because, baby, even if that is the case, because I do know some people, I'm going to say this for my person, I do know some people that literally are like Carry-On in the sense of they are pro-peace, like people put their hands on them. But however, when they snap, bitch, they snap as in they whooping everybody's ass. So it's very possible. But however, sir, sit your ass over that way because we need it for you. We kind of need for you to black out. Of course, not to the point to where someone gets really hurt, but we need for you to black out just a little bit right now because, baby, you know you kind of feeling us. But I understand. Now, I will say this: it would be sickening if, like, even though this is gonna naturally happen, it would have been sickening if, because he always talk about these mind games. If Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich and Milan, aka his BBL crystal ball, would have got came in the house, they would have been getting cool, would have been so cool together, been to be like good sisters, everything. And then he would have manipulated Jonathan to get into it with Crystal Ball. Now that would have been sickening. Now I would have been like, okay, now that was sickening. But however, that's not the case. Now he may be egging it on, but however, I understand that they was naturally going to get into it because they got two alpha males. Well, alpha male in an attention whore. So you know that whole thing. Let me say this. Okay, so yeah. So now we go to Crystal Ball's closet. So now we're in Crystal Ball's closet. Jonathan's still pressing about this room. He wants to know what's the tea, what's the room. He's asking him about which side is his. He's really pressing him about this room. Now, Crystal Ball is sitting up on the dress. Well, actually, not at the time. He was sitting on the dress. I lied. Error. He was like laying, I don't want to say not laying down, but like kind of pressing up against the dresser. Once again, not really looking Jonathan right knuckle sandwich in his eyes. I was like, girl, I swear to God, if we was actually able to actually get like one of them, I want to say like a thermal visual things where I want to be able to see the emotion and where you see it on your body, baby, fear would have been all in here. Because baby, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Now y'all can say if he's scared or not, because baby. All right, so right knuckle sandwich's confessional says that basically if it's gonna either be their room or it's gonna be his room. And to be quite honest, I felt like he came in quite fair because he said that, oh, okay, we can share the room. Like I felt like he was coming off like he wanted to share it. However, when Crystal Ball wanted to just have the room for himself and was like, no, you're not gonna be in this room. I think that's when it went from okay, we can share the room, or bitch, it could be mine, either or. Because once again, he's good vibes, he's fun, he no lame-ish, but however, don't make him want to knock you. So I guess that kind of stepped in. So yeah, so he's asking what he gonna do. Now at this point, Crystal Ball is sitting his BBL on the dresser counter. So he's sitting there, and right knuckle sandwich got his arm on his leg. Well, not kind of. He does got his arm on his leg. He kind of like leaned up against him, and he like, so what you gonna do? As in, like, we gonna share the room, or you gonna get up out of here? Either or. Or if you want to fight it out, you can fight it out. Either or. So once again, Crystal Ball is lacking eye contact. He's not looking this man in the eye. He's answering the question just to get enough to get by, but obviously we can tell that he doesn't have the same energy, because the thing is that when it came down to the room situation with Miss Lou Pradagucci with the shades, you was ready to take off that jewelry and try to square up, and y'all scuffling, y'all think it's a goddamn wrestling match or whatever. But however, when it came down to Jonathan, you was all that taking off the jewelry and stuff, that didn't really happen. Just saying. So Carmax's confessionals just must let it be known that Jonathan right knuckle sandwich puts a little fear in Crystal Ball's heart. And I was like, I think so too. Now, if not fear, proceed with caution. We can put it that way. Because even if you don't want to say anything about Milan being scared, at least it's safe to say that he knows he must proceed with caution. Which is the reason why when he came up in this house, baby, was sweating, baby. All right, so now at this point, now the rest of the cast is outside. Now they sitting at the table. Now at this table is everybody except for Moolah Mo, aka Gatekeeper, Crystal Ball, because he up there scared for his damn life. Jonathan, aka Right Knuckle Sam, because he about to knock the hell out of goddamn Crystal Ball, and Relly B, because he up there being messy, getting his whole entire life. So everybody else sitting at this table, really the significance of this particular moment is that DMV accepts Crystal Ball Skittles, aka Gutter K, as his friend, his openly gay friend, his first gay friend. Now I do like this. Once again, I felt like he started to be more authentic to himself and not following Moolah Mo, Gatekeeper, who's always trying to gatekeep on I'm trying to see the best way I can put this. Trying to be sexuality police. Yes, damn, come on. Because, bitch, I'm over here lacking sleep. I know that's right. So, yeah, like, so basically, he let it be known that he accepts Gutter as his friend and stuff like that. I was like, okay, that's cute. Once again, you're starting to be more authentic to yourself. So, but however, that was cute and sweet. But however, let's get back to this crystal ball closet. So we get back to crystal ball closet. They calmly going back and forth, as in saying, so what you gonna do? This gonna be my room. This gonna be our room. And so, they kind of calmly going back and forth. But remember, jalapeno peppers, bitch, it's still spicy. But however, Jonathan Right Knuckle Sandwich just about in the end goes to a hotel. Now I know when he ends up going to the hotel, there's another scene later on. I don't know where the hell that shit was at. Later on with Milan just flopping on the bed. I bet his heart was pounding through his chest. But however, when Jonathan actually left, he was cool about it. I was like, yes, ma'am. I said, yes, ma'am. So the next following day, we see Crystal Ball in all black. Once again, he got a hat on, his BBL poking, and he walking back and forth. Well, I don't want to say walking back and forth, but he walking around. So he's on the phone. He calls his friend Rio. Now, he said his son. Now, I don't know, because he said friend, he said son, but I'm going to say that that's his son. I'm assuming. His son Rio. That's why he talks about the situation, what's going on, about him being pressed by Jonathan and all the different types of things, pleading his case. Now, Crystal Ball says in his confessional that Rio is gangster. He's gangster. He be on that time, yada yada yada. All these different types of things. Now, Crystal Ball says that he does not want to get jumped. Now, let's just say, girl. Let's just call a spade a spade. No one was gonna jump Crystal Ball. Nobody even had the intentions of jumping Crystal Ball. That was not the intention. That was not even. No one said. And here we go again. Manipulating the situation instead of actually coming out your mouth, which I understand because a lot of people don't do this. Coming out your mouth saying, "Yo, I think I may need a little help with this one. This is a big bitch," or say, "I'm scared." Or I don't want to fight this man. Because keep in mind the way that you acted in the ass before he got in there. So I know why you don't want to say it's going to hurt your ego. But you rather say, I don't want to get jumped. That's why I need you here. Girl, you're trying to manipulate. We know what it is. So he's like, now keep in mind too, I don't think no one wants to jump. I don't think no one even has to jump you, sir. Like, Jonathan go take care of you by himself. If not, it's going to be a close call. Let's just call a spade a spade. And basically, he says that he has been in this house protecting other people, jumping in for other people, helping other people, but now it's time for him to protect himself. Now, I will say this. For TV purposes, Milan is ish. Milan is the ish for the show. He brings a lot to the show because at the end of the day, somebody got to be the villain. So I'm here for everybody on the show, except for Dylan ass. Get his ass the fuck up out of here. And so the next episode, we see them. Y'all, the episode goes off. Next episode, we see the preview. Now with this preview, I'm gonna say a little things. And that's another thing. I'm glad you said that. It says the bully was shook when an even bigger bully was ready to light a fire under his arch. Now here's the thing. Do you guys think that he was being a bully? Like Jonathan was being a bully? Because here's the thing. I'm kind of 50-50 with it. Now, 50-50 as in, are we saying this that he's not being a bully only because it's actually towards the person that just so happened to be a bully? Or would we be saying that he was a bully if he was doing it to somebody that probably wasn't being perceived as a bully or even confrontational? You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm kind of got 50-50. I can see how both ways can go, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. Jonathan needed a room. He needed a room. So I don't know. Because it's like, I don't know. Because I honestly can see the spicy side to Jonathan. I really can. I can see it. So I can see how people can either misconstrue him, I guess, saying things and seeing him like, be like, okay, let me back off. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he was bullying at all. He was asked to share a room. The only thing that Jonathan was strong arming him and intimidating him for the room. Yeah. I can see that. He was intimidating him for the room. But I will say this. I think that only came about when Crystal Ball wasn't willing to share the room. And it's like, okay, where else am I going to go? So with that being said, I'm getting this room. So I don't know. I kind of feel like, I'm going to say 75-25 with that. Because like, yeah, I can see the bully potential, but however, I think that it was reasons why it turned out the way that it did. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But yeah, in this next episode, we see the preview. Now, with this preview, because I'm trying to make this review like only an hour, because I'll be talking too much. But yeah, with this next preview, we see they're having a party or whatever. Moolah Mo and Curtis, they finally get the vagina that they've been wanting for the longest. They come to the party. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, vagina. I guess. But then Miss Ass So Big, like the son Williams, decides to show back up. He shows back up. Now, when he gets back to the house, Miss Lil Part of Gucci with the shades wasn't really feeling it. And so I don't know how the way that this is going to air or the situation, how it's going to transpire. But apparently, Miss Lil Part of Gucci with the shades goes up to fight Miss Ass So Big, like the son Williams. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I feel a type of way about that. Reason being is because we all know William's not a fighter. Like, we understand that William is not a fighter. So, like, I'm confused why you think it's appropriate just to go over this fight. Because for me, I'm just gonna be honest. This is a spade come a spade. From what that looks like, it looks like you're only going to fight him because you know that he's not going to give what needs to be gave at the end of the day. Now, that's based off the preview. Now, if I watch the episode and it changed my mind, I have a problem doing that. But from the preview, it's like, girl, why do you have to fight him? Now, and then on top of that, I hope, because you say you're a party promoter and you run clubs, all these different types of things. I hope that's not how you run your business. I'm pretty sure it's not, but like, girl, what the fuck? And then after that, we kind of see we see Rio and Milan gearing up against Jonathan, Miss Right Knuckle Sandwich, because Jonathan let it be known that I'm going to be in this room. Milan talking about you're not going to be in this room, and then Rio talking about what room, and then so they start taking off their stuff, and then Rio runs up, and then Jonathan start delivering right knuckle sandwiches to goddamn Rio's dome, and then start knocking his ass left and right. And the next thing you know, the preview goes off. And we kind of already know how that's going to end up. Rio's going to be scalped. He's going to have nothing but scalp. Him and Crystal Ball are going to look like twins by the time that fight is done with. So, girl, it was just a lot going on. But that is it for my review, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Y'all, first, I gotta make sure y'all like this. Make sure y'all like this video, because, girl, it's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta get up early for work. I know that's right. But however, y'all make sure y'all like this video. So with that being said, that is it for my review for today, guys. I will be releasing, or at least I will try to release, my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. So with that being said, that's it for my review for today, guys. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack the notification bell so do not miss any of my posts from moi. And with that being said, I will see you guys later. And also, too, I do be having my Cash App. And, girl, I need a little bit of gas. But I do be having my Cash App down below. I'm put this up for 2.5 seconds, girl. Because a bitch needs some gas to get to work. So with that being said, you want to help a brother out? And also keep in mind, too, now I know I may be throwing some jokes in there. I'm just being funny. Kind of makes the time go by. But I do want to say this, is that people who have helped me out and who have Cash App me, you guys have really helped me out, because I really have been putting that money into upgrading the way I live stream, upgrading the way that the background may look. Now, keep in mind, I haven't done that yet. But however, I have gotten me a camera so I can upgrade this quality, because, baby, sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. But however, with that being said, thank you guys so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Deuces.